What? No. Welcome back to Dies Irae. I don't know what just happened. I'm sorry about that. I guess F6, my key to start recordings, is also a key used in this game. Some kind of command to skip backwards. I don't know. So yeah. Well, what's this? I didn't even notice it at all. Kazumi had finally caught up with me. She took a glance at the guillotine from over my shoulder.
よくこんなの見つけたね。何？
Voice?
Voice.
What? Good find, Ren. What's it called? Voice?
ボワード・ジュスティス。正義の柱。ギロチンの正式名だよ。あと、フランス語な。
Bois de justice. Justice? Justice, I think. The pillar of justice. The official name of the guillotine. And so, you know, that's French.
それから、マクシミリアン・ロベスピエール。知ってるだろ ?18 世紀の政治家だけど。
Politician? You can't call him that. Also, it mentions Maximilien Robespierre. You've heard of him, right? He was an 18th century politician?
恐怖政治の
You mean the one from the Reign of Terror?
そう。そいつに使ったものだって書いてる。
Yeah, it says this is the one he used. Robespierre was a key figure during the French Revolution, the man responsible for sending those opposed to the Reign of Terror to the guillotine. Ironically, his end would come by the same device he had employed to bind so many of his political opponents and the bourgeoisie. This was supposed to be from back then.
なんかうさんくさいな。信憑性はなさそうだ。
It seems kind of fishy to me. It doesn't feel all that authentic.
でもそんな風に書かれているとなんか嫌な感じだね。
Yeah, but having it put down on paper like that kinda gives me the chills.
同感だ。
You and me both. Authenticity aside, the idea of putting something like this on display was simply in bad taste to begin with. Yeah, well, how to put it? The whole thing felt too raw. The object on display was a tool of execution, nothing more, nothing less, so perhaps it was only natural then.
これどれくらい殺したのかな
How many people do you think this thing killed? I'm sorry, but this is a blade exhibition. All these blades, most of them were used to kill someone. Only in the day-to-days, blades were more of a decoration object for officers not really used during wars, as soon as rifles and such gained popularity. But before that, they were used to kill people, and I don't get why this would get you to realize how deadly it is having a blade on display. And yes, of course, a guillotine was only for execution, and blades could be used for show fights, but normally they were also used to fight to the death. So yeah, it might not have been an execution, but it was still a fight to the death. Oh well. One would find themselves asking that question precisely because of the lack of ornament present in the other exhibits made its nature as an implement of death apparent.
あまり不謹慎なこと考えるなよ。これは興味津々に拝むようなものじゃない。
Try not to think about stuff like that. This isn't the sort of thing you should be gawking at.
そうだけどそもそも見つけたのはそっちじゃない。
Yeah, well, but aren't you the one who found it in the first place?
誰だって嫌なものには敏感なんだよ。
Is it so surprising that someone would take notice of an unpleasant thing like this? Rivers of blood, screams echoing into the distance. All sorts of visions of death ran through my head when looking at this thing. It wasn't often you found something like something that so clearly embodied the negative side, the original intent of the blade. Given that Robespierre's name was attached to it, it had to have been from the 18th century. If it really had been used during the French Revolution, it was safe to say that it had executed hundreds of people. Some would actually describe the guillotine as a merciful form of execution. It was designed to sever heads at exactly the right angle and velocity to ensure the criminals met with a swift, painless death. And yes, that is very true. It's a very quick death. Not like with an axe, where you, if it's not a very sharp blade, have to cut numerous times, making your victim suffer the pain. So yeah, it's a very merciful way of killing if you have to kill. In our days, it's through chemicals and poison that we kill people, and we try to do it as quickly as possible. Wasn't there a case a few years back about a patient having to suffer it for 10 minutes before he died? Not even a few years back, wasn't it last year? Well, I still don't think any kind of crime should lead to killing this person. Sure, it it leaves less bad people, so to speak, on this planet Earth, but still, you shouldn't just kill others for killing someone. It shouldn't be eye for eye, tooth for tooth, I don't know. I don't believe in that kind of justice. An instant death delivered at lightning speed. There was a reason some called it merciful. It's easy to get the wrong impression from the rivers of blood and mutilated corpses the guillotine produced, but for someone facing execution it was probably far preferable to being hanged. Well, assuming that the victim died before they had a chance to feel the pain of being decapitated, that is, I found myself thinking about exactly the sort of thing I had just told Kazumi not to. Let's go. To be honest, this thing is making me sick.
そうだね。ごめん、顔色悪いけど大丈夫？
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, you're looking kind of pale there. You okay?
平気だよ。別に体調が悪いわけじゃ。
I'm fine. It's not like I'm feeling physically. Before I could get the word ill out. You're the same. Huh? I heard the voice from earlier again, more clearly than ever. So, you're the same as him. Why did I react the way I did? If only I hadn't paid attention. If only I had ignored it. If only I hadn't looked at it. If only I hadn't spun around to face that dreaded blade. You were decapitated? And your head is attached back on? Hello, person. I don't know. I would have never had to hear the cursed words borne forth from the ethereal figure standing in front of the guillotine. How could she have known that? What did she mean? We were the same. Since you're both the same, you too will become something soon. The girl standing before me had skin of the purest white, yet that beauty was irrevocably tarnished by a violent streak of crimson across her neck. I almost wanted to believe it was some sort of necklace, but no. The jagged pattern was unmistakably the scar that a decapitation would create. How would you know? Looking back at this thing, on things later, I would be able to say that this was where it had all begun. What began there? Does my present live up to your expectations? Zarathustra? And thus we met, brought together by him. Who? Chapter 1. L'enfant de la punition? What? L'enfant de punition? It was dark out by the time I got home. I had almost passed out at the museum earlier. I managed to make it back okay, but I still wasn't feeling too hard. At least it was consolation that Kazumi wasn't the type of person to get upset about having to deal with stuff like this. However, on the other hand...
ねえ、レン、本当にもう平気なの？
Just shove it up, Kazumi, and go home. Hey, Ren, are you sure you're okay? That also meant that she was the type to fret endlessly. My current goal was to figure out some way to make her leave me alone. If I didn't, she was liable to try to spend the entire night here watching over me or something.
辛いなら横になったら？私、お粥とか作ろうか？
Just leave, please. If you're still not feeling well, you could try lying down. Should I make you some rice porridge?
いいよ別に大丈夫
Seriously, you don't need to do that. I'm
もう
fine.
寝るからお前も帰れ
I'm off to bed now, so go home. I knew that she was just trying to help, but I still couldn't really think straight after what happened earlier. I probably came across as harsher than I intended.
別に俺虚弱体質ってわけじゃないし
It's not like I'm some delicate flower, you know?
怪我はとっくに治ってるから病人扱いするなってあんまり心配されてると本当に気分がめいってくる
My injuries healed up ages ago, so stop treating me like an invalid. I'm seriously gonna start feeling down if you keep being a total worrywart like this.
でも
Okay, but
今日誘ったのは私だし、なんか責任感じちゃうし、レンちょっと頼りないし。
I'm the one who asked you out today, so I feel kind of responsible. You're not the most reliable after
お
all.
前さりげなく失礼だな
And you're rude without even realizing it. She did have a point, to be fair. I wasn't the type of person people looked to for help.
頼りがいのあるお前が俺に付き合って倒れたら困るだろだから
I'd be troubled if someone reliable like you ended up collapsing on my account, so
私そんなにやわじゃないよ。
just leave.
俺もそんなにやわじゃないよ
I'm sorry. She said I'm not that fragile, and right now, and neither am I.
だいたい俺を気遣ってるなら不毛なやりとりに付き合わせるなよ
If you're really trying to be considerate of me, then stop making me get in these pointless arguments with
た
you.
だでさえ明日から学校行くのが億劫なのに
It's already going to be enough of a hassle going back to school to starting tomorrow as it is.
あ、そうだった。ダメだよレン、サボっちゃ。
Coming from you. Alright. Oh, that's right. No skipping, Ren.
今日サボったやつに言われてもな
Thank you, Ren. Says the girl who skipped today.
私はいいの。ちゃんと毎日通ってたから、一日くらい平気だよ。
I'll be fine. I'll make sure to go every day, so one day off won't kill me.
でもレンは入院して多分日数足りてないんだからね。留年しちゃうよ、怠けてると。
Sorry. But you probably have too many absences after being hospitalized for so long. You'll end up having to repeat a year if you keep slacking off.
一緒に卒業したいもんね。
No, I never said that. We both want to graduate together, right?
ね。
Right?
そうだな
Right.
よし、だったら早く寝る。
Go home first. Alrighty, then hurry up and go to bed already.
だからさっきからそう言ってるだろそれをお前がごちゃごちゃと
Well, I was trying to, but someone just keeps running her mouth.
うるさいな。この不健康児は口答えするんじゃないの。
Okay. Oh, shut up. Invalid boy, no butt talk, you hear me? Kazumi threw some sheets on top of me. Surely there were less direct methods of getting someone into bed.
じゃあおやすみ。明日起こしに来るからね。
Don't. Okay, good night. I'll come over and wake you up in the
そ
morning.
れはいいけどおいかすみ
That's fine at all, but while I'm at it... Yeah?
ちゃんと玄関から出ていけよ
Make sure you actually through the door this time, okay?
うーん。
You live next door and you're climbing in through the window. Okay. Me.
おーい
Hey now. Did she think she could get away with anything just by laughing it up?
それはちょっとめんどいなとか。
It's just, such a hassle.
普通はその面倒なことが常識なんだよ大体
That hassle is considered common sense. Besides, I gestured to the wall next to me inside.
いい加減大家に怒られるぞいくら隣同士だからって
The landlord's gonna get pissed if you keep it up. Just because we're next door neighbors doesn't mean you should... She would be in deep shit if the landlord found out that she had knocked out a damn hole in the wall and turned it into some sort of corridor, like this was the sort of thing people got kicked out for. Casimir and I had moved into this apartment together when we enrolled in our current school. It took her less than a week to come up with the idea to construct this little side entrance. How did the landlord not hear the sound of a wall being knocked down?
でも同じアパートの隣に住んで助け合うってのが一人暮らしの条件だったし、いいじゃないこの方が密にフォローできるんだから。
But my mom's condition for us living alone was that we live next door to each other in the same apartment, help each other out. Come on, it's fine. This way it's easier to look after each other.
けどな親もまさかここまでやってるとは思ってないだろ絶対に
Yeah, I doubt your mom expected you to go this far with it, though not in a million years.
そうかな。
You really think so?
そうだよ
Yeah, I do too.
頭固いな。
You're so thick-headed, Kazumi, and you're just dumb.
だいたい事の発端はシロなんだし、私に言われても困っちゃうよ。
Besides, didn't Shiro start all this? Don't blame everything on me. Believe it or not, she wasn't lying. Kazumi, Shiro, and myself had all lived together in this apartment complex, all three rooms next to each other in a row. It happened late one night, out of nowhere. Shiro broke down the wall separating our rooms, barreled in here with the hammer still in his hand, saying he suddenly got the urge to play me in a fighting game. How stupid could he get?
ね何を土地狂ったかお前も真似したんだよなご丁寧に
And so you ended up imitating that jokester completely.
私はハンマーなんて野蛮なことはしてないけどね。
Though I didn't use something as barbaric as a hammer. She was barbaric enough to go down to the hardware store the next day and buy a power saw, some tarps and a mask, at least. Anyway, as I had the bad fortune to live in between these two idiots, I ended up with holes on both sides of my rooms. Room. Privacy? What's that? Kazumi and Shiro would often just get through here to visit each other, and my room became a sort of natural gathering place in general.
せめて四郎の穴だけでも塞がせろよ
At least seal up Shiro's hole.
ダメよ。戻ってきたらどうするの？
He won't. I mean, what if he comes back? There was no what if. Shiro was never coming back whether Kazumi knew it or not.
と、またみんな元通りになるんだから。私とレンとシロとで、ね。
No. I'm sure things will go back to normal between the three of us again. It'll be you, me, and Shiro, just like old times, right?
レン？
Then?
だな
Yeah.
じゃあおやすみ。
Thank you. Yep, okay, good night. Kazumi smiled sweetly and returned to her room, through the hole in the wall. I could tell by the complete lack of dust in my room that she had bothered to clean it while I was stuck in the hospital, probably sure as too. I would never admit it out loud, but I did appreciate the consideration. At the same time, though, I couldn't help but wonder if I really deserved having her look after me like this. Kazumi knew nothing. By all rights, right now, we should have been... This line of thought would get me nowhere. I decided right then and there to stop mulling over the past. What was done was done. It wasn't healthy to keep obsessing like this. There was no way the girl I saw in the museum could have actually been real. She was just a hallucination, a meaningless clutter that was born from my unstable mental state.
そうさ
Yeah, that's it. That was the only explanation. I lay down in bed. A good night's sleep would be sure to wash away the memory of today. I wouldn't remember a thing when I woke up in the next morning. I was sure of it. I stared up at my own ceiling for the first time in 2 months. Amid familiar surroundings, I drifted off into sleep, gripped by a slight unease rather than a sense of comfort. Well, we'll see what the next part brings the next day. I knew there would be a dream or something like that, but we will check it out in the next part. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.